What to do when you're feeling lonely. Know that you're never really truly alone. Even the word alone is like all one, and we all are one, and we all feel this way sometimes, and we all crave human connection because as humans we are meant to be connected to each other. We're meant to be living in communities and to be interconnected, and in our modern society a lot of times we are alone a lot more than is maybe healthy. So we do all have these feelings of loneliness sometimes, and I want to talk about what I personally do whenever I feel lonely, and if it's something you guys resonate with, then feel free to try these things out yourself. So the first thing I do whenever I'm feeling lonely is I usually like to release that energy. So a lot of times I'll write, and sometimes writing helps give me clarity too, because it might not be that I'm feeling lonely in general, but it might actually be a specific relationship or a couple of relationships that actually feel like they aren't fulfilling or they aren't nurturing, or there might be some sort of issue that happened and feels unresolved. And so by writing about how I'm feeling, it also helps me get more clarity on how it is that I'm feeling. So I might be writing about feeling lonely and then realize that it's really like one or two situations that may have happened recently with different people that may make me feel like I want to resolve this and I want to feel better with these specific relationships. But it might also be that I feel lonely in general, so writing about it just helps to release those emotions. Other things that feel really good for releasing the emotions and just getting more connected to myself is dancing or meditating, physically exercising, doing something to get this energy out from feeling stuck. So a lot of times whenever we feel lonely, we see ourselves as separate, and moving this energy can kind of help us feel connected again, at least to ourselves. And then the second thing I'll do is reach out to people. So there are people in my life that I can reach out to, even if they're in a different city or even a different country. Just reaching out to friends or family or reaching out to someone will help me not feel as lonely in the moment. And if you feel like you really have no one to reach out to, also keep in mind that there are sites like meetup.com where you can go find friends, and especially if you're in a new city. I made a video a few years ago actually on how to make friends in a new city, so I'll put a link to that video up here, but it talks about meetup.com. So on that you can join groups based on what you're interested in and what you feel like doing with your time, and then there's other people who have similar interests. They might be a similar age, like-minded or like-hearted, and they can go and join events and be part of something that you'll physically be at and be able to meet them and make new friends there. So that's usually the second thing I'll do. After getting clarity on how I'm feeling, I'll then start reaching out to people and kind of letting myself know that I'm not completely alone. So I do have friends and connections out there. And then what I'll do usually is go spend time in nature, because this feeling of loneliness can actually be created in our minds based off the feeling of actually just being anxious to put ourselves out there and to contact someone. So you might have a friend that you could spend time with or people who you could go see, but you're kind of feeling blocked from that, and you might just be feeling anxious about reaching out. You might have a fear of rejection, and so just forcing yourself to put yourself out there, reach out to different people will really strengthen that feeling of self-worth, that you do have a connection of people and there are people that you can reach out to. Even if it isn't people you've actually met yet, it could just be on meetup.com, or if you're really stuck in a situation where you feel like you can't meet people, joining online chats or something where you might just be able to open up about who you are and what you enjoy and what you're going through, and have people just be there for you and who are maybe going through something similar. So Also know that this feeling of loneliness, just by feeling it, you know that you're feeling something that everyone else in the world has felt at some point, and that many people are feeling right now. So just that feeling you can sink into, even taking a deep breath and just knowing that you are breathing in the same air as all these people, and that we are all connected. And even though we can feel alone sometimes, we actually are always connected to each other. So another thing is, sometimes if I feel lonely, it's actually that I'm not connecting with myself in the most beneficial or significant way that I want to. And I feel like that's where journaling also helps, because it helps give me a voice for myself and to hear my own thoughts and feelings and to be there for myself, and almost to see myself as my own best friend and to comfort myself and have that connection with myself, because all the relationships that you have with others are really just a reflection of your relationship with yourself. So chances are, if you're feeling lonely or separate, you're probably feeling lonely and separate from yourself. So even doing something like meditation or doing anything that feels sacred or ceremonial to you, it could even be connecting with nature. So that's one thing that I really enjoy doing if I'm feeling lonely, is going to spend time in nature. Look at this ocean that I'm next to. This is its own life force, and there's birds around, there's crabs, there's fish, there's eels, there's seaweed, there's other people here, there's all of this life around. And that feeling of loneliness doesn't necessarily just mean that you're not connecting with a person or people, but it could even be all of this life around us that you're not connecting with. So just going in nature, putting my feet on the earth, breathing in fresh air, seeing life around me and feeling connected to it, helps that feeling of loneliness dissipate, because I feel that connectedness to everything and everyone. And then finally, I would say the last thing I do whenever I'm feeling lonely, and not necessarily the last, well, it is the last, because once I do this, I don't feel lonely anymore, and that's really going to spend time with people. So if you've joined a meetup group, go to actually one of the events and go spend time with people. Or if you've been contacting friends, once you were feeling lonely and getting clarity on that feeling, once you've contacted them, ask them to meet up. Go spend time with people, have a phone call with someone. There's been a time where I felt lonely moving into a new place, and I felt like I didn't really know people around, and as I was getting everything settled and putting laundry away and kind of making this new space my home, I was on the phone the whole time with a friend from back home where I was living before. So even just having that connectedness with someone on the phone, even though they're remote, you're still connecting with their energy, and it really helps to not feel alone, to feel like you're being supported by other people. So if you're feeling lonely, you probably really just need to actually connect with people. And if you're feeling like you don't have friends or family who can relate to you in the way that you want to relate to, see this feeling as loneliness as a gift. It's almost like if you had a garden bed and all of this earth, and you just need to figure out what seeds you want to plant, and those seeds are the types of relationships that you want to have with people, and friendships, and the type of people that you want to attract into your life. So know that if you're in a space where you're feeling kind of an emptiness around your social circumstances, know that this emptiness is giving you this blank canvas that you can choose what to paint on it. And things like Meetup is a really great way to find people based on similar interests. So you know that whenever you meet people, you're going to have something in common with them, or feel a type of connectedness that maybe you feel right now that you're lacking or that you're wanting in your life. So I hope this helps. Know that you're never really truly alone. Even the word alone is like all one, and we all are one, and we all feel this way sometimes, and we all crave human connection because we need that for our health, for our sanity, for our well-being. And so it's totally normal to feel lonely if you're spending a lot of time alone. That's just how we naturally get as humans, because we want that connectedness and that life force all around us. So I really hope this helps, and I hope you know too that before making this video I was feeling lonely too, and that's why I wanted to share this with you. So just know that even in that feeling of loneliness, I'm there too, and we all are feeling it at times. And just give yourself that little bit of extra love, knowing that you aren't alone and we are all one. So thanks so much for watching this. Make sure to subscribe for more. Give this video a thumbs up if it helped at all, and check the links in the description for more ways to connect with me and stay in the conversation. Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on with you. I love you guys so much, and may you be happy, healthy, and free. Bye.